welcome back to the channel, Aim and Inspire. Today we have a special video. I built my very first AR-15. Now, there's a little controversy, I guess it's not really controversial given our current gun laws, whether this is a pistol or a rifle. It is an AR-15 technical term pistol because it will be an 11.5 inch build, but I consider all rifles. Like, I consider things in the rifle AR-15 platform to be a rifle versus a pistol. But, you know, for proper legal terms, it is an AR pistol. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Stay tuned for the complete breakdown. All right. Guys, let's get on in here and check out this 11.5 inch custom built AR-15 that I did. It started with a strip lower, and I put all the bits and pieces on this thing to get it functioning. I have already done a few first shots, and it shoots, it functions. It might be a little over gas, but you know, we'll adjust the tuning here down the line. But it runs, it shoots really nice, and it's my new favorite so far. So let's break it down. Let's go ahead and do a clear check first for YouTube purposes. So there is no magazine. I will go ahead and crack. You can see the chamber is empty. We'll put this back on here. So actually, let me do a little side view here. So you have the suppressor, lights, grips. All right, so let's go ahead and point a few things out here. We will start at the tip. So on the tip here, if you watched a few videos back, I did my first unboxing for my suppressor, which was the Dead Air Sandman X. This thing shoots really nice. It is a 30 cal suppressor, so it does shoot on 5.56. You know what? I don't even think I mentioned this is an 11.5 inch 5.56 build, built from scratch. Started with the lower receiver. So this Sandman X, Dead Air Sandman X, is a 30 cal suppressor, which does shoot anything from 300 blackout, 5.56, 223, etc. I can actually interchange it to have a 5.56 end cap. Right now it only has a 7.62 end cap, but if I wanted to have it shoot a little smoother for 5.56 as well as better sound suppression, I can do that as well. Still working on what I want to do with this suppressor, if I want to get another one for other builds, etc. Right now this one just kind of interchanges with all of my other builds, and this one has the Xeno mount. And for more information on it, feel free to check out that video. As you can see, I'm taking it off just so you can see that I did buy a couple extra, probably can't see, I did buy a couple extra muzzle devices. So this is that half thread 4.556 with the Xeno, so that this can easily thread on interchangeably. Cool. So our next piece we have, I put in a Ballistic Advantage Hansen barrel, and I have the Ballistic Advantage low profile gas block and tube as well. Actually, I take that back. The tube is from Unbranded AR. And then I have the lower receiver here. So this is a Griffin Armament Mark II Blem lower receiver. And if we get a close up, I got a good deal on this lower, and there is not a scratch. So Blem sounds terrible, but Blem is great. So I definitely recommend looking at Blem things if you don't mind little bumps and bruises. And 9 times out of 10, there's nothing really wrong with them to the naked eye or anything like that. So that was awesome. For the top here, I have the BCM upper receiver. This did come it came assembled with the forward assist and dust cover. I actually switched out the dust cover that was here for a Magpul, custom Magpul dust cover. Threw in my little flare with some blue waves. As you can see, we have a theme of blue going on here. My sling is black, but in terms of other accents, we have blue. So let's see. Next, we have our lower parts. So the lower parts that you see here mainly came with the lower in terms of ambidextrous, because this was an ambidextrous lower. Then I have my Radian wrapped in safety selectors. I prefer a 90-degree, but this can also be changed to a 45. Inside for the trigger, we have the LaRue Tactical MBT2S trigger. And I actually love this trigger. It's really, really nice. The reset is awesome. And I'll throw in a few clips for the shots as well, so you guys can see that. Next, we have the Die Free Co. Kung Fu grip, as well as the plug for it. I always like to plug my grips just to make them functional. You know, I can put things in there and just kind of limit any debris or dirt that might get into it as well. Next, we have the buffer tube kit here. So this is the Timber Creek buffer tube and the Timber Creek end plate. And so they both match. They both are blue. And then the castle nut is an unbranded AR castle nut. Next, we have the SB Tactical SBA 4 pistol brace. Because as you know, if your rifle or AR-15 is under 16 inches, it is classified as an AR pistol and therefore cannot have a stock. It must have a brace. So we have a few brace options. I chose this one. I do have a few other ones. You'll see those in other builds as well. Switching up to the upper here, I think that was all of the lower for the most part. We have the Radiant Raptor charging handle, SD charging handle, because I run it suppressed, so SD is supposed to have those indentations for venting of that gas. Next, you will have your Magpul flip up sights here. If I can get it to work. There you go. And actually, we have the Siley GT3. And this comes in red or green. I chose green. And the witness for these, it lines up perfectly, which is awesome. I love that. For our internal here, I will go ahead and wrap. Because I run this suppressed, I didn't do an adjustable gas block. I chose to do an adjustable BCG. So if you look inside, I have the bootleg 4-position adjustable BCG. So you have your suppressed setting, your unsuppressed setting, and your 2 settings in the middle. So you can kind of play around with that to determine which setting works best. Right now, mine is fully on to the suppressed setting, and it is over gas, which is why I have a little indentation here of bullet pushback. I think if I change it to the setting just before the suppressed, that might help it a little bit. So we will test that out to get it tuned perfect the way it needs to be, or as close as possible, and see what we can do with that. For my handguard, I have the Midwest Industries Free Float handguard. I actually really love the style of this handguard. It's very slim. It has a little bit of style. It has several QD points on both sides, front and rear. For the scales, these are Magpul M-Lock rail covers. It offers great grip, great, very strong grip, but not too harsh. Down here I have the Emissary handbrake. This was actually a limited edition release that they just released, and when I saw it, I had to get it because the theme is blue. So it's blue, black, and gray. Absolutely love it. On the front here, we have a Samson low profile hand stop or barricade stop. So that's also great as well. To the right, we have our Olight Odin Mini. And so this is actually the pressure pad. So at the top, if you press it, it is on, and in the back You can kind of hold it to keep it on and so forth. And then next I got these light covers from Amazon. I believe it was Hammy 3D Prints. He offers several different light caps and other options as well. Very great quality, very easy to install. So I absolutely love those. For the sling, when I do have my sling attached, this is a Neomag magnetic sling holder. It helps with like storage if I'm not using the sling, to just fold it up and kind of put it over, and it's just magnetic, so it'll hold it in place. Let's see, what else do I have? I think that's about it. I mean, this build was my very first build, and I absolutely love it. I learned a lot about like rifles in general. I love tinkering with things, and I just couldn't believe that I was able to kind of put this together for myself. But it was very rewarding when it came to fruition, and I couldn't be more happier with this at all. One thing I did forget to mention is the spring, the buffer spring. So the spring in here is a Armor Spec. It's a Armor Spec Stealth AR recoil spring. And so this is a similar design to the JP Enterprise Silent Capture spring, buffer spring. Very similar build. This is an H2 buffer weight to kind of help with that recoil as well as that sound. So you notice when you slide your charging handle back, there's a particular sound that might happen, as well as a smoothness. So it kind of helps that as well. So I absolutely love it. So far, so good. It is an H2, and it still runs nice suppressed and unsuppressed. So we will keep a lookout for that. This optic has been working really, really good. Siley is one of those kind of budget optics, but I enjoyed it. It hasn't caused me any problems. I think it's running good. It already comes at a decent height. I actually sighted this out to 25 yards at an indoor range. That was the furthest I can go. But it was super easy to do it. It held its positioning, anything like that. I will also throw in a few clips of running the rifle with the suppressor. The suppressor gets hot. So, I mean, even with the cover on here, you can see the smoke coming up. So I've been told that the dead air suppressors are like tanks, and your barrel or your gun will like fall apart before your suppressor even falls apart. So we'll see, because I do intend on running this a lot more in my tactical trainings than my 16-inch Diamondback. I absolutely love my 16-inch Diamondback, but I needed something a little shorter for maneuverability. And I just wanted to try my hand at building. I absolutely enjoyed the building process, and I definitely recommend it to people who are interested in customizing, right? It's like a giant Lego. And if you're a Lego holic like me, welcome. You have reached the next level of Lego holic. But yeah, you can kind of just make it what you want. And I know you guys, if you've been on the channel for a while, you see that a lot of my firearms have a splash of color. I love to just throw a little uniqueness in them. I was once told, like, why not just make it black? They'll see you coming, and I'm like, let them see me, let them see me. But even then, it's not that much color. But I do have a few coming up that are pretty colorful. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to drop a parts list down below with the information there, as well as everything that I kind of included or might have missed in the video. So feel free to check the bio or the description to kind of see all that went into this. Yeah, so if you guys, let me know how your journey has been building, or if you have another 5-inch rifle, any recommendations, what do you run, pistol builds, things like that, change that I can make, more things that you guys want to see as I pull out these videos. Just let me know, drop them in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys, and checking out recommendations and things that I can do better. But with that being said, here is the build one last time. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. Remember to stay tactical, stay graceful. Peace.